Good afternoon from London, and hello from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, Chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, Chairman of the UK Korean Friendship Association, and official delegate of the Korean Friendship Association for the UK, and President of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics. Firstly, I wish everybody belated Happy May Day greetings. Today I'm going to address a few remarks about the bourgeois and imperialist mainstream media's dreadful lies about people's career. And we've just seen today how these have been very dramatically proved wrong, because today respected Marshal Kim Jong-un opened a new phosphatic fertilizer factory at Suncheon, and that's been reported by the DPRK media and the media throughout the world. However, about 2 weeks ago, very ill-intentioned and malicious rumours were started by the mainstream media about the supreme leader of People's Korea, respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. I'm not going to repeat in detail the false stories, because I feel it is disrespectful and offensive to do so. We knew that the stories were false. We were in contact with the DPRK in London, who told us the stories were total nonsense. Moreover, the stories originated from a notorious fake news website in the puppet South Korea, a website called the Daily NK, which is linked to the US Central Intelligence Agency and the South Korean National Intelligence Service. This over the years has gained notoriety for producing false stories about the DPRK, which are often blown apart later. And in fact, the Daily NK has been criticised by the South Korean authorities for misinformation and inaccuracy about the DPRK. And the false stories were taken up by CNN, by US warmonger Pompeo, by the British tabloid media. And it was our opinion that, in fact, the reasons why the stories were being produced was threefold. Firstly, to smear and tarnish and defame the dignity of the supreme leadership of People's Korea and to defame the socialist system. Secondly, it was part of an operation to try and destabilise the DPRK, to try and spread confusion and misapprehension. Thirdly, it was really fake news to divert from the catastrophe that is COVID-19, because the COVID-19 crisis is growing all the time. In Britain, we've lost 27,000 people to COVID-19. In fact, we've lost more people than were killed during the Blitz of London by the Luftwaffe in the Second World War. And this disaster, shows that the capitalist system is in crisis. It's caused by the incompetence of the rulers of the capitalist countries. And of course, the DPRK itself does not have COVID-19. So this story was invented as a way to distract attention from the COVID-19 crisis. And the media's lies about People's Korea remind me of an incident that happened during the miners' strike in Britain in the 1980s. And of course, I think a lot of people looking at this video probably too young to remember the miners' strike, and might not have even been born when it happened. But there was a phone-in program on Radio 4, and a retired miner from the north of England had phoned in, and he was getting a telling off from a very pompous BBC correspondent who tried to lecture him about violence on picket lines. And the retired miner told him it was a load of rubbish. So the BBC man quoted the Times newspaper, and the retired miner said, "Hey, the only thing true in the Times is the date on the top," which is quite true. Everything the mainstream media say in print about the DPRK is absolute rubbish. I know for a fact I've been there 18 times, and you want to trust us in the UK Korean Friendship Association and British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, and all these stories about DPRK labour camps, starvation, they're all basically made up. They're not true. And the opening of the Sunshun phosphatic fertilizer factory is actually also an event of great significance, because it will make a great contribution to agriculture, to increasing grain output and improving the living standards of the Korean people. And the significant thing is that this factory has been built by the self-reliant efforts of the Korean people themselves. Is not something that's been given to the DPRK by another country or built for them. And in fact, in certain countries, a big project like it would actually have been a joint venture, or it would have been 100% foreign direct investment. But the Korean people, under the leadership of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un and the Workers' Party, had built the factory in the revolutionary spirit of self-reliance. It is a great creation of Juche socialism. It proves that people's Korea can stand on its own 2 feet. I shall conclude here. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We're hoping to resume real life events either in June or July, when hopefully the lockdown will be over. But in the meantime, I wish you a good weekend and ask you all to stay safe. Goodbye.